What is up, YouTube? Today I'm back with another tutorial and it's on this lovely unicorn jars. They're crocheted with a iron-on applique that I bought from Amazon, and this is what the jar looks like. I've made 2 so far and I thought I'd do a tutorial and share it with you. This is great to hold sweets, stationery, flowers. I put flowers in it. So what you need for this tutorial is a empty jar. So I just used this one, I think it was pasta sauce, and I washed the sticker off and made sure it was nice and clean. You'll need your yarn color. For this one I'm going to use mustard, but also I might add some white in it like I did for the edging here. So I'll show you how to do that as well. And the hook size I'm using is 3mm. So let's make a start. To start, you'll make a magic loop and work 10 double crochets into it. So to create magic loop, cross it over your fingers like this. Put your hook from the bottom, pull the top yarn through, create a loop, yarn over, and pull through the loop. This gives you a sort of a magic loop and chain 1. So we'll chain 2 more and count that as 1 double crochet. So that's how we start. Now let's work 9 more double crochets throughout. Let's just pull this a bit. And I'll show you how to adjust this to the size of your jar. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to pull this and join with a slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain here. For the next round, we will chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now before I continue, I'll show you how to adjust it to the size of your jar. So if you have a larger jar, you do 3 rounds, and I'll show you how to do the rounds, and then of double crochet, and then I only needed a round of half double crochet for the edging. So you really have to go by what you feel will be right. So in this jar, it's a lot smaller than this jar, so I'll probably just do 3 rounds and that's it. So you really have to eyeball how much base is, how wide the base is going to be. So in the second round, we're going to have a total of 20 double crochets, and we're going to start with a chain 3, and in the same space do another double crochet. In the next round, in the next stitch, do another 2 double crochets in one space. In the same space, another one. Move on to the next one and do 2 double crochets in this space. That's the space, right? So just keep going and keep doing 2 double crochets in each space until you have a total of 20. I'm at the end of the round, so when you've done your 20, go to the top of the 3rd chain here, into there, and do a slip stitch. And then chain 3 to start the next round. So we'll be doing an increase, so that means we'll do 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets in that space, 1 double crochet in that space, 2 double crochets in that space. So in the next one, I'm going to go ahead, move to the next space and work 2 double crochets, 1, 2 in that same space. In the next one, I'm only going to do 1 double crochet. In the next one, I'll do 2 double crochets. So this pattern of 1 2 1 2 is an increase, and you will have 30 by the end of this round because we're increasing 10 every time. And then when we get to the end of this round, I'm just going to measure how this sits on top of my jar. I might need to add an extra round, but that's completely fine. It depends on which jar you're using. So go ahead and do this 1 2 1 2 pattern until you reach the end of the round. So I've got my 30, and what I'm going to do is go to the top of the 3rd chain, which is here, and I'm just going to do my slip stitch like so. So I'm going to check how this sits on top of my jar. It sits quite well, but my jar does go out a bit, so I'm going to add just some single crochets. So this is what I mean, you really have to eyeball it. If you've got a bigger jar, you might add another double crochet round or half double crochet round. So I'm just going to show you how to do another increase round. So I've done my slip stitch, so I'm just going to go into that same space and work 1 single crochet, and in the next space I'll do 1 single crochet, and in the next space I'll do 2 single crochets. So it's this 1 1 2 1 1 2 pattern we're going to follow. So 1 1 and then 2 1 2 1 1 and 2 1 1, and by the end of this round, guys, you should have a total of 40, and after this round it'll be really easy if your jar is the same size as mine. But normally with a jar, you only need to do a minimum or maximum of 4 rounds unless you have a really big jar. And also, if you don't already, guys, please follow me on Instagram. I'd really appreciate all your support. I post my daily updates and my latest projects there. And also, if you wish, subscribe to my YouTube because I've got plenty of tutorials coming. I'm also planning to make a video on craft fair crochet ideas, so that will be super fun. So if you carry on towards the end of this round, you should have a total of 40. So I'll see you in a bit. So when you reach the end of that round, find the first single crochet that you did. It might be a bit difficult. And then slip stitch. And then you will chain 3. So I'm just gonna do my 40 single crochets. So to get this nice straight look, you should do 3 chains, and then into that space right here do 1 double crochet, and then just carry on. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit and double crochet away. But keep count and make sure every round has 40. Very important. So to make sure we have a nice clean join every time, By the way, this is another one I made. You're gonna follow. So this is another jar I made, but to make sure we have nice clean joints every time, you're gonna do the following, what I'm about to show you. So I've done my 40, but at the end of the 40, what you're going to do is not slip stitch on top of the third one. So not the 1, 2, 3. You're going to go in that first double crochet and you're going to slip stitch in there. And you can do this for every round. And then you'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then right in that same space, right there, you'll work another double crochet. So that will give you your 2 double crochets. Then go ahead and do the round as usual till you have 40. And then I'll join you towards the end of this round. Right, so I've done my 40 double crochets again, and I'll show you how to join for a clean join. So don't slip stitch in top of the third chain. Go to the first proper double crochet you did and slip stitch in there. Then chain 3, and in that same space you'll do 1 double crochet. Just make sure you get everything. Right, and that will give you your 2 double crochets, and then you carry on as usual. So I'm going to show you how to do this join one more time at the end of this round. So go ahead and do however many you need to do. Alright, so I've done my 40 again, but one more time I'll show you how to join. So don't join in any of these 3 chains you did. Go to the first proper double crochet, do a slip stitch, and then chain 3, and into that same space, this space right here, do another double crochet. This will give you a clean join like it has done with this jar over here. Right, so we're just going to check if how this fits our jar and whether we need to make any adjustments. So just get your jar, put your jar cozy over it, and just make sure you're happy with it. This is coming along nicely, so I'm just going to go ahead and carry on, and I'll come back to you when I'm up to here to show you how to do this bit here. So I've completed quite a few rows, but now I'm going to show you how to change colors, because I think I want to add a few white rows in here. So you're going to join, not the chain 3, but on the first actual double crochet, like so. But then you're also going to go into the next stitch, which is this, and do a slip stitch. And then the next stitch and do a slip stitch. And after you've done a couple, we can cut our yarn off and pull it through, and then we'll just go from the back and pull this yarn through like so. These few stitches might be a bit difficult to work into, but it just gives this neater looking join. So get the yarn that you wish to change colors, if at all you change colors, and I'm just going to join it on quite close to where I've been doing this. So I'll just do it here. Get your yarn, pull it through, and tie a knot. Now you're just going to carry on as usual, so I'll demonstrate how to do these few stitches first. So put my hook in there, do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. In the next one, which is this one here, might be a bit hard to identify, so I'm just going to try and make my space here and do a double crochet. That's my second one. and then my third one will be around here. So I'll just go right in here. Might be a bit difficult, so you really have to make the space. And once you get through these few, the rest of them are pretty straightforward. It's just when you join a new color, it'll be a bit difficult. Whoops. Right, so it's just these 3 stitches that'll be a bit of a pain, but after you finish them, it's pretty straightforward. And make sure you have 40 at the end of this round. So with these two, you can tie them together and cut them off. Because it's inside the jar, it doesn't have to look too pretty because it will be hidden. So I've just tied my knot and I'm just gonna cut it off. Right, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm gonna carry on as usual until I get 40. This is how my jar is looking so far. So I'm just going to do a few more white rows and I'll show you how to end this. Right guys, I'm just going to check where I am at in terms of how much more I need to do with my jar. And it looks like I'm right at the very end. So what I'm going to do is now, if your jar curves in like this, I'm going to show you how to decrease around so your it'll fit nice and snug around this edge here. So what we are going to be doing is adding some decreases. Now don't worry, this is very easy to do once you know it. So you can add, we're going to do 4 decreases and we can add it anywhere we want. And I'm going to do half double crochets. So I'm going to do chain 2 because I only had a bit of space, but you could do double crochets and so on. So I'm just going to carry on as usual. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now we're going to be doing a decrease. So this is how you do a decrease. So we're going to put a hook in there and then pull it through. Then I'll put a hook in the next one and pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook and pull through all 3, and that's all. Now we're gonna do half double crochet of a few more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're getting to, so I'm going to put my hook in there, pull through, put my hook in the next one and pull through and pull through 3. So I've decreased there. So now I'm going to start counting again. So that was my second decrease. I need to add 2 more, and I'm not going to be specific about where I add it actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add my decrease here now. 6. So 1, 2. My last one's going to be right towards the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do my last decrease right here and pull through 2 and do this as my last 2 double crochets. So I've added 4 decreases in there, which makes the neck part just a bit small. Okay, so how you're going to finish is not the 2 chains that we did. Find your first proper half double crochet you did, pull through and pull through. That's a slip stitch. Now go into the next one, do another slip stitch. Go into the next one, do another slip stitch. Right, now you're going to leave yarn long enough to weave in. So just pull that through and get your darning needle ready, because we are going to be just weaving this in and cutting it off. Right, so put your needle through like so, and then you're just going to go in from here. And you're just going to go downwards. You don't have to weave this in too much because we will tie a knot. So I've gone down here, and I'm just going to do one more over here. And now we're going to tie our knot. So I'm going to go around one of them, for example. And what I'll do is just go through here and do a knot. Then I'm going to just make one more knot and cut that off. So that's our cozy ready, but I'm sure you want to know how I get my stickers on there. So I've got these that I ordered from Amazon, and I'm just going to cut out what I want to put on this. So I think I'll get this donut. I'm going to apply 3 things on it. This ice cream looks really good. I'm not going to make this a unicorn one because I haven't got any unicorns with a yellow colour on it that will go. And along with the ice cream, I'm just going to select one other one that I like, and I'm going to iron it on and come back to you. So this is just for demo purposes. My iron isn't actually on right now, but I'm going to show you how I would iron it on. So I'd get my applique, and then I'd get my iron and apply the heat and just hold it down until the donut sticks on. So I'm just going to do that and come back to you. I was going to mention I bought these off Amazon, but you can use embroidery patches and hot glue them onto your jar. I just used these because I was just experimenting, but let's see how my jar looks now. So this is my jar all done. It looks so adorable, and these things do not come off because they're ironed on. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and I've just put a bit more jars of what I've done, and this is the one I've made for this tutorial. So click subscribe, and I'll be back with more tutorials. Leave a like or a comment for this video to let me know what you think, and if you're going to try these jars out, please tag me on Instagram and follow me in Instagram as well, because I post daily updates there. Anyway, thank you for watching.